fly out of? Let's figure that out first. Let's fly out of RDU, Raleigh, North Carolina. We'll do a land in RDU. Let's see here. Use a jet. Cessna Citation. Close that. Flight conditions, we're going to turn on live traffic and all players so we can see everyone in the air. Perfect. And let's fly. I think we're ready. See how well the internet works tonight for us. Pushing a lot through streaming here. Let's go ahead and test out our camera. Make sure we're good. Ooh boy. All right. Looking good.
Raleigh Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for departing straight out and runway 23 right. Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, 30.0061219.15. Departing straight out.
All right, so we're gonna do a night flight. Let's go ahead and release the brakes. We're clear. Runway's clear. Go ahead and throttle up. Adjust my view a little bit so I can see better. And let's see here. Start pulling up. Gaining altitude. Oh, there we go. It's always so cool flying at night on here, man. Go ahead and check everything out here. Back up, reset my view. There's a moon. Oh, we're getting yelled at.
Raleigh Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Yep, change frequencies. Fine with me.
Raleigh Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is 2 miles southwest, 3,200 feet with kilo to land.
So let's see if I can get a view while we're in the area.
Fly left traffic runway 23 right.
Up. I'm trying to adjust my view.
Make left traffic runway 23 right.
Makes it a lot
Cessna
easier
Golf Sierra.
when flying here. Let's go ahead and level out a little bit. So we've got some air traffic over there about 2 o'clock coming in, probably for landing. I'm getting yelled at for excessive airspeed because I am under 10,000 feet. But that is why we play Sims, because we could have fun with them. We go ahead and bank left here, see what we can see.
Southwest 1363, turn next taxiway.
Curious to know how the video is coming through. If you can leave a comment to let me know if it is clear. So we got a small runway up here, 11 o'clock or so. I'm turning into it now. It's kind of neat to see that. Definitely not a runway for this jet, but another airport there, small airport.
Southwest 1363, exit runway with Able.
So back there is a landing path / pattern to get back to RDU. It's a little cheat there, I guess, if you will. Now I'm dropping too fast, so it's yelling at me. Back off the throttle.
Southwest 1363, contact ground on 121.9. Brickyard 572 to Raleigh Tower. Altimeter 30.10 with 219.15. Cleared ILS runway 23 left approach.
Get another bank here to the left. It's crazy. If you look up at the stars, you can see like star clusters and nebulas up there. It's just wild that that is incorporated into a simulator on a computer. It's also wild that a computer can hold the whole world, apparently. There's over like 30,000 airports in this, and it only took about an hour and a half to download. So an hour and a half, I put the world on my computer. That's just insane. Let's go ahead and take a look. So back there, there's RDU with a landing pattern to help with, look at the air traffic. That's kind of neat to see air traffic back there. Maybe I'll take a bank to the right and do a big loop. And maybe I'll follow that landing pattern in to see, just to practice landing. And throttle.
Brickyard 572 to wind 206.16. Cleared to land runway 23 left.
So it's yelling at me because I'm going too fast.
Cleared to land runway 23 left, Brickyard 572.
Airport is underneath of us. I've got a hot button here that I can squeeze and it'll position my camera towards the runway, and when I do that, it looks like it's behind us. That's the hotkey right there. So we are gonna have to do a crazy bank. We can stop getting yelled at for speeding. So I think we are 15-ish miles away from the airport. That's actually a good distance to go ahead and drop down on. I always tend to drop down in a short distance, which makes it way harder. Look at that orange in the sky from the sun. Alright, so there's our flight pattern to drop into RDU. Let me go ahead and bank a little bit to the left. I'm going to drop some throttle. It doesn't like how fast I'm going. Again, I'm breaking the rules just to get where I need to be. Doesn't like how fast I'm dropping. See if I can remember the controls too for my landing gear and my cut engines and all that. That could affect this landing. We will see. Might come in hot and bounce around a little bit because I'm trying to figure out controls. There's so many planes to try on here. I am throttled down completely.
Brickyard 572, turn different taxiway.
So I'm coming in here. Goal is to obviously get in those boxes for this landing.
Brickyard 572, contact ground 121.77.
And landings are all about slowing down. They're kind of boring until you get to the hot spot, which is right over the runway. If you break the rules, it'll yell at you. Request. Let's just go ahead and talk to flight control here.
Raleigh Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is unfamiliar with the area.
So I'm asking where the airport is, even though I could see it.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra Airport is 12 o'clock, 6 miles.
So it looks like we're following the path decently. I'm using a lot of rudder right now. That's why you're seeing this jump. But that rudder kind of gives you a second little, instead of turning and banking, it gives you a little kick on the tail end to kind of pull you in to that direction you're looking for. And you'll see when I let off, I'll bounce around a little bit too. But we're right on the money right now. Bouncing around a little bit. Got some rudder in there. Like there's some more traffic coming in straight ahead, 12 o'clock. You notice because I'm going, my speed is so slow, I'm needing to lift the nose up a lot to keep it in flight. I'm going to give it a little bit of juice here just to help me kind of control the aircraft.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra with 219 at 155. Clear to land runway 23 right. Clear to land runway 23 right, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Tell you one thing, it's not looking pretty. I don't like how we're bouncing around had so much already. But we'll make the best of it. We're banking heavy here. Get some juice. We're getting yelled at too fast. Go ahead, again, use that rudder some to straighten out. It's happy with our speed right now. So I'm a little close to the edge to the left. I need to bring it I can correct that by going straight here a little bit more probably. And then I'm gonna have to give it some gas on the turn. See, stalling, so you gotta give it some gas on that. See, I'm bouncing here. Already hitting the 500 mark, warning. This is going to be interesting coming in at the moment. I'm trying to straighten up before I get down.
Caution, Cessna C-25C landing runway 23 right. Clear to land runway 23 left.
Terrible. Very bad.
Clear to land runway 23 left, Brickyard 4998.
Coming in hot and heavy. I'm trying to line up a little bit better here. It's not happy with me. Let's go ahead and straighten up and come down. Throttle off. And we're bouncing. Give me some brake. Look at that. We actually came in and that was not bad at all. I'll live with that. So this is what they call taxiing, which is driving to whatever, the hangar, whatever you want to call it, but it's not fun. If anything, I'll try to get back in the air, but I'll taxi for a second just to feel it out. Never hurts to practice this here. It's little punches of gas using your rudder. I am curious to know where it wants me to go, though. I need to get some rudder pedals. Yeah, I don't even know how to cut the engine. So typically you would go down here to the end wherever it wants you to stop, where the green mark is, and cut your engines. I don't know how to cut my engines, I don't think. I may be able to find the button here. Let's see. Where are we going? Get on the lines, get on the lines, follow the lines. Jeez, where do they have me? We're gonna be on the highway soon. Oh, look at that. Looks like there's a plane landing or taking off. Looks like it might be taking off. Yeah, so again, we're taxiing right now. We just came in for a land. It is telling me where to park the plane. I am just practicing the taxiing method because some people find it challenging. I mean, some planes are harder than others, but this jet is actually pretty easy to taxi. It's just little pumps of gas and some, where's it want me to go? I guess apparently through this van. Oh, he's getting out of the way. All right, we ran him over. All right, let's see here. I swear I've driven around this whole airport. It just has me going in circles. So we may just take off here in a second. Let me see where it has me going. I swear I just did the same circle. If I get too aggravated here soon. Oh, slow down. Alright. So I haven't been over here. So let's see where it wants me to park. Because again, taxiing, we're just parking at a hangar somewhere. And then you've completed your flight once you get to where they want you to park. But I think that's kind of where it stops right there. So let's go ahead and find a runway to take off at.
Taxi into General Aviation parking via taxiway Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Rolling route, Brickyard, 4999, taxi to parking. Brickyard 4999, taxi to General Aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Golf Hotel.
I want to know how it requests to take off. Acknowledge. Hold on, what's he saying?
Hold position Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So it is asking me to hold, I believe. may just take off here soon. Let's see. If I can just find a clear area to take off, we're out of here. Alright, let's go ahead and let's pull a wild card here. They're not going to be too happy with me. But, let's go. Oh, man, I got the heck out of here still. I think. Oh, we're bouncing. Alright, now we're out of here. That was not the proper way to leave the airport, but we're out of here.
Raleigh Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is 1 mile southwest 400 feet with kilo to land.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Raleigh Tower. Altitude 30.10, wind 219.15. Make left downwind runway 23 right.
Got the moon in view over there to the right.
Fly left traffic runway 23 right, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So we were flying over the city. I'm gonna lower my speed. I'll get yelled at for that soon. So yeah, right now we are just doing a chill fly, practicing touch and goes, controls, features, all that fun stuff. Doing night flights here out of RDU, Raleigh, North Carolina, and again, just touch and goes. So, what did they say? Oh, they're still talking on the radio. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to flying.
Clear to land runway 23 left American 1605.
What was that underneath? Oh, just trees. It's crazy when you fly in your local area, you could actually spot things like football fields, colleges. It's just crazy that you can actually see that. I think that's Lake Crabtree down there to the left. I'm very low in altitude right now though to see all this. Go ahead and gain some altitude. I'm going to look for RDU again. Again, I got this hotkey to look backwards or the location or direction it's in. So apparently it's over here to the left. My camera's going to the left, so I'm going to go ahead and bank to the left here soon. I'm going to throttle up. So it's still over here, heavy left, almost behind me, 3-4 miles away. Alright, so it's in view, okay. So that is my approach there. Ooh, let's see if I can straighten out, I'm having issues, that's weird. So that's my approach. It's going to want me to slow down. I'm going to adjust my view here for this approach. Back up in the cockpit some. So I can see my gauges and my gauges, we'll call them. When I get in the red, I'm definitely gonna have to slow down. The landing, again, it's always a slow process, but get a lot of practice when you do these things. So I'm gonna add some rudder to the tail to try straighten me up in the middle some. That's why you'll see it kind of getting jittery, throwing me around a little bit using the rudder. I'm gonna bank here. Still using some rudder. Then I'm going to straighten up. Let off the throttle. Go ahead and bank to the right some more. Still have a little bit of rudder in there. And that's rare. It's happy with my speed in the beginning. Usually it yells at me until I'm 3/4 of the way through this. So this is one of my better landings, I guess. At least I'll tell myself that. But normally it's red the whole way in saying too fast. So I'm gonna let up the throttle some more. Seems to be a little bit of wind out here tonight. And this is all true. See, there we go. Now I'm going too fast. This is all true weather right now and true flight traffic. I'm gonna bank to the right a little bit. It looks like I'm a little far to the left in this approach. Yeah, you can see my cockpit's kind of bouncing around here. That's the wind. Of course, when you let off your throttle too, you definitely lose some control there because you're losing. I'm just going to use the word pressure behind you.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra wind 219.15. Cleared to land runway 23 right.
So they just cleared us to land. I didn't hear the runway, but
Clear to land runway 23 right, Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
this thing here, the line, it automatically will line me up with that approach to the right runway. You can turn all this off too. It's just, I just put it in a quick setting so I can just get some flights in real quick. Yeah, that wind is kicking. It is kicking, for sure. Say I'm stalling, need some more juice now. But also, say too fast. Slow it down. There we go. There we go. I wanted to center up. I was a little bit off there. I'm pretty well centered right now. I just got to keep that nose up, and right now we're probably half throttle. So, and when we cut this next corner here, I usually like to drop all my throttle, not unless I need to correct where I'm heading. So if I do a nice turn, if I stop talking and focus here, hopefully I will not need to drop. Hopefully I won't need to drop my throttle, or let me focus. Can't talk here at the same time. So, give it some more throttle. I probably will not talk here for the next few minutes. Too hard. That was terrible. So you guys just witnessed a really bad landing. I'm gonna let it bounce out here because when I fail, I'm really mad. Hey, but we stopped, right? My last landing was much better. That was, I don't know what happened there. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take off again. What's going on? Who is that? Jericho? Are you on Flight Sim as well? I'm gonna go ahead and straighten up on the runway. Okay, and then I'm gonna stop here for a second. Let's see here. Cool, so I'm stopped. Let's see here, hey. Cool, man. Appreciate it. Come back. This is actually my first test stream. I am going to improve all this. This is just to see what my bandwidth can handle and all that. That's why I just loaded a quick setting in. So yeah, I am curious, is the visual okay? If you don't mind letting me know with a comment. Yeah, for sure. I agree. More power when landing. You probably missed my last land. The last land was decent, and that one was a little wild, man. But here we go. Again, let me know the quality, the video quality. That's kind of what I'm testing right now during this little one-off flight that I'm doing. Yeah, for sure. Hey man, when it stalls, it gets your adrenaline going. You know, it kind of my palms were sweaty coming in on that one. That was actually the first time that I stopped kind of talking to land because I was coming in a little crazy. But you know, that's what it's all about. That's where the fun's at, you know. When you got to stop talking, your hands start sweating, that's when you know you're having fun. So we got about, what, half moon out tonight? That's pretty accurate. If I go outside right now and look at the moon, yeah, it's probably about a half moon.
Wilmington Brickyard, 450613 miles north, inbound ILS runway 23 right approach.
Brickyard 4506 Raleigh Tower. Altimeter 30.10, wind 219.
Wish I knew where autopilot was so I could set that and take this damn sweater off. It's getting hot. You'd be surprised how intense, or how intense or tense you can get in a flight sim. Especially when you come into land. I mean, you get the palms sweat and all that. So I'm just taking a straight approach, just getting some distance out. I'm gonna hit, you guys heard me talk about it before, the hotkey I have to face the airport. Just gives me an idea where I'm at, so that's me hitting it. So the airport is directly behind me. Getting a little bit of altitude here. I'm curious to know what... There's an airport over here to the right. Yeah, I wonder. I'm gonna go over there and see what that's about. That airport over here to the. It's like at 2 or 3 o'clock. I don't know. It might not be equipped enough to land this jet, but we will see. Let me go ahead and throttle up. It looks, I mean, I would say it looks small, but if I'm seeing it from here, maybe it is large. Funny thing is I should know what airport that is. It's some type of private smaller airport. Oh, you know what it is? I think there's a private jetway from here for private jets exclusively. That's right around RDU, which is where I took off out of. I think that I cannot talk. I think that this airport over here is that exclusive private jet runway. Go ahead and give it a bank here. Alright. So, you can see it there about 11 o'clock. But it's not labeled either, which is interesting. Usually they're labeled. Nice, Jericho. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not a professional pilot. I don't know if you are, but I have my on and off days too, you know, where you can sit there and just land your aircraft like it's nothing over and over. And then there's other days, and I don't know if it's because, you know, you had a rough day, you're in a hurry. I think it's more you're in a hurry and you're just trying to clear your head by flying real quick. Where it's like, you just come in and it's sloppy. And you're kind of more devastated after that flight. You know, you did the flight in a hurry because you wanted to clear your head. And then you come in for the landing and, like, you know, at the end of this, the cherry on top is when you land perfect. And when you don't land perfect, it sucks. So then you're almost like, why? You're in a worse place than where you were before you took off. From freeing your mind, right? If that makes sense. It's like we do this to free our mind, but then sometimes we do it in a hurry. And when you're in a hurry and you come in for a landing, you're landing shit. And then you get aggravated with yourself because you landed shitty. Or maybe you didn't land at all, you bounced around like I did last time. And then it like defeats the whole purpose almost, because again, the cherry on top is a perfect landing. Right? I mean, we could all take off. That's easy. The landing's where it's at. That is what like completes the whole process, the fun in the game, right? Alright, so what do we have here in front of us? Some type of private jet, or private runway for jets, I think. I could be wrong though. I tell you, it's much more dark on the private runway than RDU, which is the international airport. So that'll make it even more interesting. Go ahead and kill my throttle some here. Go ahead and do a heavy bank right real quick. I'm gonna do a heavy bank left and kind of hope that I'm lined up with the runway. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Go ahead and bank again. Right. See, this is where it gets fun, you know. Going into a big ass airport, like it's all lit up. And it's like, alright, like there's concrete everywhere I can land on. I have no idea what's on the right or left of this runway up here. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna land on it. I'm not even looking at my altitude either. I should back up so I can see my panels. But that runway, whatever it is, looks very small. So I'm really low. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I really don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, that's a tiny, tiny runway. I have no idea my altitude. Let me go down. Let's see if I can see it. Ooh. Oh, stall. Let's give it some juice. Oh, I see trees. We gotta go up. That's scary. Dude, I don't know anything right now. No, I'm stalling. Oh, this is the sketchiest land. I don't know what this is landing on. I really don't. I know it's a tiny runway. Oh, I'm bouncing. Alright, I can see a little bit. Alright. Oh! Another bounce. Alright. Brakes. 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 Okay. So I don't know where we're at. What does that say? Something regional? Sanford. We are in Sanford. Alright, let's see if we can take off from here. Here we go. This is a short run. It needs to go. Get some gas. I might end up going off-roading here. Let's see. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna have to pull off at like the end of the runway. Here we go. Oh, right at the very end. Go up. Ah! Ah! Okay. We made it out. Alright, so RDUs, we did a 25 mile flight to, I didn't even know where we were going. I just saw an airport. It said Sanford. Well, when I landed, it said Sanford. It didn't tell me where I was going when I was in the sky. So I knew nothing about that airport. I didn't know how big it was. What was going on there? I had no idea. And of course, I'm flying at night. Not a lot of experience, so yeah. These landings at random airports at night that I know nothing about are pretty terrible. Alright, so we got a good trek back. I believe it says 24 miles. On the way there, let's check out these camera views that I have here. What changes? Let's see. Oh, I'm missing it. I don't got the right screen up. There I am, big head. Big head again. Alright, let's go ahead and fly. Throttle up, get there. Man, the wind tonight, man. I haven't played this before where it was really windy. It's pretty windy tonight. I mean, it's pushing me around for sure. Yeah, it's definitely pushing. You can see the bounce, sitting there bouncing and all. So I'm full throttled. We're headed back to RDU. 17 miles here. Let's I'm gonna adjust my view. Hopefully. There we go. So we're going over a lake right now. Actually, I think that's gonna be Jordan Lake. Either that or Falls Lake. Can't really see it because it's night, but oh, look at that air traffic. We got people coming out of RDU about 11 o'clock up there.
Raleigh departure at 1638 at 1,900 feet, climbing 2,800 feet.
That's actually FedEx leaving live right there. That's what's neat. It's what neat. Look, that is what is neat about this sim is you can actually see live traffic coming in and out of these international airports. I mean anywhere really, but that plane right there, again 11 o'clock or so. That's actually a FedEx plane that is live right now that just departed RDU. Request following clearance or instrument. We're gonna have to talk here soon. I need to request a landing.
Raleigh approach Cessna Alpha Sierra
There we
X-Ray
go.
Golf Sierra is type Cessna C25C 2 miles southwest of November Charlie 113,700 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Yep, so we're talking right now.
Brickyard 4506 climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Raleigh approach. Squawk 1244.
Squawk 1244 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So I don't know where my landing pattern went or it's about to come up. Because I did put this on kind of cheat mode just to test out live streaming and see the quality. But normally
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Cessna
I'll have a
X-Ray Golf
landing
Sierra.
pattern to follow. And if I have to, I'll just make a landing.
Maintain 4,000 feet, Brickyard 45006.
Brickyard 4506 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Request an IFR clearance
Raleigh
for
approach
instrument
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 4 miles northwest of November Charlie 81. Request IFR to Raleigh, ready to copy.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is cleared to Raleigh Airport as final. Squawk 1244.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, Brickyard 45006.
Alright.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared to Raleigh Airport as filed. Squawk 1244.
And with landing in the wrong direction, you should be landing into the wind. And I noticed another plane coming in. I think I may be landing with the wind, which is not a good decision. When you land in with the wind or into the wind, it'll help with your lift for landing.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra raise back direct. Radar contact 1,600 feet. Altimeter entry 0 decimal 10, turn right heading 060. Proceed on course climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
You see though, I'm getting
Turn right
pushed.
heading 060. Proceed on course climb and
Pushed
maintain
around like
7,000
crazy.
feet. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Which is where your rudder comes into play.
Tower 127.45, Brickyard 45006.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are 3 miles southwest. Keep speed not above 10 knots. Expect ILS runway 23 right approach via Marby transition. Cleared to Marby.
Yep, it wants me to come in the other way.
Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 23
So we're gonna come in,
RB
ride
transition
dirty,
clear to Marby
land
Cessna
sloppy
entry
here.
Golf Sierra.
And I stalled in. So I'm having a rough night. We're gonna bounce. Sitting here giving it a throttle. We're about to go to the moon. Oh boy. So yeah, that was just a live stream test. It was all on basic settings and whatnot. I hope to do this more. I'm gonna throw this out on other platforms, Twitch, you know, whatever else is out there. And really, this was just a quality test of the stream, and just clearing the head with a little flight. So anyway, I appreciate. Who's that? Jericho that came by, talked. He said he'd give me a like. Sounds like he also has the flight sim with some experience underneath his belt, so that's cool. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon and hang out and just do a couple flybys and touch and goes and, you know, all that stuff. So, all right, later, guys.